Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new, trigger warning for sure. Today is going to be a big read, okay? So let's get into it. Message coming straight from God here is the best way that I can explain this to you, and if that triggers you, I don't know what to say. There literally is no other way I can describe it. I am giving you a message that I am receiving through what I am feeling at the different energy points in my chakra system, which can be there are many chakra points that are not even on the physical vessel themselves, because what you are is not the physical being. You are the energetic, the spiritual being of light that resides within the sacred temple that allows you to experience this domain. So you learn things through the vessel, and the vessel feels. It is one of the dominant traits. There's so much more than what our senses in this realm pick up to existence in itself. Okay? We're already channeling, but I am being drawn to this. I need you to join your energy with mine now, so we can truly connect in a protected link. Okay? So if you don't feel safe, listen to me, if you don't feel safe right now in this moment and opening up to me and connecting to me with the truth, that's okay. That's okay. You don't have to. You can listen, but I can tell you right now, if you actually open yourself up with the deepest, purest of intentions and accept that vulnerability and connecting to another frequency other than your own or what you're accustomed to, I'm getting. If you're not ready for that, it's okay. It's a very loving, very gentle message, but it is going to be impactful, okay? You are going to feel, baby. You are going to feel something with this. So that said, I'm gonna be on a timer, I've been told. We have till the incense burns out, okay? So we're gonna light it together. I usually light it before, but that cuts our time together. So we're gonna light it together. You're gonna set your intention with mine, and we're gonna start the reading from there, because what this is, it's a symbol, right? It's a symbol of my trust in you, because I'm connecting to you. I am putting myself out there and being vulnerable, trusting God, guiding me to open myself up to people who are nothing like me out in the world, right? And some that are a lot like me, and some that are somewhere in between, right? All different types of people. And I'm doing so open-heartedly and trustingly, okay? And in the most respectful manner that I can as well. So that's what's being asked of you. It's okay, thank you. This is an energetic contract. Any video you watch on tarot or oracle, any of that, you are committing to energetically connect with that type of frequency, okay? So if at any given point in time there is a content creator of any sort, right? So this is music, this is games, this is friend groups, this is family members, this is work, this is books you read, music you listen to. I don't know if I already said that. It's just emphasizing everything, literally everything, how it's all connected. And this is you intentionally making a contract, a spiritual contract. Okay, so there's something here about learning when you're doing what, or what you're doing when you're doing it by choice. Thank you. Yeah, that was a lot. Deep breath. Okay, that said, I'm trusting you. I hope you're trusting me. And here we go. We're going to light this together. I'm going to light it in my little candle that I already have here. And our intention, the symbol of this, is for protection. To protect the fact that we're trusting God has guided us here, even though what we're doing is labeled by a lot in society as being not of the light or of evil. You know, it's thank you. Oh, it's the accusations. Can you imagine how Jesus felt, you guys? Literally going through and just being faithful, like truly being faithful to God, not anyone out here, which means at some point in time, you're literally gonna piss off everybody out here because you're connecting in here. You're connecting to God. You're connecting to the source of all light, the source of all being, the source of all existence. That should be the easiest to trust, but yet is the one that is the most questioned by so many and by so much in this realm, okay? It can be hard to navigate down here and like process all of the things we experience. We should be able to feel safe doing that, okay? So this is safe. That's our intention. And if it's not, then really don't do this. Really don't watch this, because along with asking for protection for the person, because I'm asking protection for you and for me. Do you see that? I'm giving of myself, of my light to you to help you feel safe. So if your intentions aren't pure, just imagine what's going to happen. Or don't. Maybe don't focus on the negative. Or maybe you do. I don't know. Whichever one it is for you, whatever you need to do, you're going to do it regardless of what I say, right? And you see the pose with arms wide open, like the sacrifice. That's the ultimate sacrifice, is really trusting God, really opening your heart up to God, despite the fact that even the most religious people you know will be telling you that, oh, you better be careful, you're not connecting with the devil, right? Like, have you seen my life? Clearly, I know the devil well, okay? But I also know that the whole time I've been trusting God to be the one guiding me, right? Like when even if it's something you shouldn't do, I feel like it might not even be something, it might turn out that it's something that you don't even want to do, period, right? But there's something you need to try, something you need to experience. And it will fall on different places, right? It's just helping you connect here in a way that's trusting of here. And this is heart healing, okay? So take as many deep breaths as you need. Keep your feet on the ground. So stay grounded, right? Bare feet on the earth, feeling the dirt, the grass, the snow, the ice, the sand, the water, whatever it may be, the rocks. Just experience the connection of foot to earth. There's something important about that. I think it will help you trust. That's because we were talking about trust. Okay, so see if it does. And if it does, come back and comment and let me know, okay? Or not, and just celebrate it on your own and keep that energy to yourself and just send me a nice little thank you. Say, God, thank you for sending me her video, you know? So let's light it now, okay? And let's find out what it is that God wants you to hear. And our time starts now. Make a wish. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Really feel it coming true. Really, really feel that. Feel that dream, that wish coming true. Push away and don't even acknowledge anything. Just focus on that feeling. That feeling of knowing that you really were right by listening to the voice within you. Because it guided you. It always guided you, even if you had to go through pain. That pain is guiding you. It is guiding you on the safest path for you to learn what you need to learn. And yes, sometimes the things we need to learn are so deeply painful. Sometimes what we need to learn is, yep, I was right. And it's like you really didn't want to be, but yet you were. Right? So it's like finding out something, no matter how good or how painful it may feel. Right? Because sometimes we learn things and we are just on cloud 9. We are feeling fantastic. Everything's going our way. I forgot to blow the fire out. Yes, thank you. But when that happens, make sure that you don't get overly excited about what you're experiencing. That you don't slow down. Whatever that means for you. There are many different ways to slow down, right? So every time I felt rushed before coming in for this reading, I was pulled back, like when you pull, I'm seeing reins being pulled back on a horse, like, whoa, you know? So which means you're trying to tell the horse to slow down. And what is the horse? The horse is symbolic. Symbolism, babies. Symbolism. It is symbolic of how you are moving, how you are traveling. Thank you. That's a pretty word. How you are traveling through your soul's experience at this time. We are but visitors here. Okay? We are here to observe. But many of us are being overwhelmed by things we are absorbing. And thank you, it's removing that focus. So we need to bring that focus back in by being grounded, right? By slowing down, whatever slowing down means for you, okay? Because I feel this is going to be very, very different for everybody. What is slowing down for you? Yeah, let's share that. Let's share that in the comments if you want to, if you feel safe enough to. Share in the comments below. Ooh, 1313 when I said that. Death card energy. Endings of, maybe endings of not trusting, because now I'm getting to add the 1 and the 3, which makes 4. And I got the 4 of Wands, right? And 4 is also the Emperor card, the ultimate ruler. There's something about that. You know, but share if you feel safe to, okay? Oh yeah, so, and I also trusted that I didn't need to shuffle when I pulled my cards out of the box, because I always shuffle them as I'm clearing when I end my readings. And so I have that faith, because I was guided to, that when I pull it out of the box, the first thing I need to know is going to be at the bottom already. And then with the message I received from that, asking me to shuffle. So if you have your own method of divination, okay, that you are trying to accept and trust, that you've been guided to, I really want you to remember, Jesus said, "For the kingdom of heaven belongs to those who are like these children." Matthew 19:14. Okay? Let me tell you, the more I actually read the book, and I'm still reading, because let me be honest with you, I have not finished it, because I will literally read one part of that book over and over and over. And I will mull it over with what I'm getting from it until it just flows. You know, like sometimes I'll get through pages, and then some days only like this much of a page, of one page, right? But it's just what you're guided to do. So you could be someone who's been guided to learn things in life slower than others. I'm getting late bloomer. At least I'm feeling it. I'm feeling it on this side, which is really weird. I have never experienced, well, I have, but I guess I haven't been as comfortable with it as I am now, which is surprising to me right now. But this is the feminine side, okay? So there could be a feminine energy connecting to you that you resonate with. Something that would symbolically represent like the Virgin Mary. So the mother energy, the nurturing energy, the sacrificial energy, right? Because Mary, Mother Mary, whatever you want to call Mary, Mary knew before birthing Jesus, before even conceiving Jesus, she knew what it was going to mean, but she couldn't say anything. She had the gift of knowing, and she wore it valiantly and graciously and lovingly, and she suffered quite a bit. If you actually learn more about Mary, I know that can be triggering to some, but we all know the claw side of the feminine. We know her very well. It is that more pure, gentle, nurturing side that has a disconnect right now, okay? And that goes in man and woman, okay? And it's in all of us, because it's what we're made of. Remember, we're not physical, okay? There's something huge here about trust. Maybe you're being guided to have a major trust fall right now, and let me tell you, it could be in an opportunity in love, okay? And whatever that means to you, because sometimes we're not always looking for romantic love. Sometimes we're looking for love from family. I'm getting from specifically. It is a type of love we are looking to receive. So what type of love are you truly looking to receive at this time? Is it love of a mother, love of a father, love of a brother, love of a sister, love of an aunt, love of an uncle, love of a grandparent? Is it love of a friend? Is it love of a stranger? Just somebody reach out to me and say something. I always smile and say hello to everyone I see, even the most miserable looking ones. Why? Because I literally walk around the world with an open heart, accepting everyone as they are, but still being in a position where I'm going to tell you how I really feel. And it's going to say opinions that you're not going to approve of. And not everyone's ready to accept that. Are you? Are you really? Are you really? Because let me tell you, a lot of times in this life, I thought I was. And I say this life, I mean my experience in this vessel. Because this is not permanent. There is so much more. This is but a blink of an eye. Something about the year 1911 here, or maybe the number. But the song that I got, the reason I say it's love, it's because it's a song that to me, it's what I think is something many experience. And it's called Near You Always by Jewel. I'll link it, don't worry, I'll link it. Might not be your genre, right? But it's you're being asked to listen with an open heart and an open mind, okay? And if after you sit and just listen to it, right? And some of you, I'm seeing you watch the video, so maybe you want to actually watch the video as well. If you want to sit there and do your own little meditation on like pray before, like, please God, if this is all bullshit, please let me know. Or please God, if this message is real, please give me a confirmation, right? You are free to test God's commitment to you, right? Because God gets it. God knows what you're going to experience here. Okay? God doesn't want you to get stuck here, though. With God, all things are possible. If you had faith, even... Oh, thank you. Every time you get a confirmation, God wants you to give thanks. If you weren't sure how you were going to pay that light bill or that rent, and somehow a miracle happened in your life, you got an extra tip. You didn't know how you were going to get gas for the end of the week, or groceries, or diapers. For some of you, if you're parents, you know, something for your kids, something important. Which also, money for your rent, that's something important. Something that in this realm has been given value, more value than what is within. If you had faith even as small as a mustard seed, you could say to this mountain, move from here to there, and it would move. Matthew 17:20. The other one that was at the bottom was Matthew as well. So someone's name could be Matthew. You may be, okay, for some of you, you could be meeting someone within the next couple of weeks whose name is Matthew or Matt. Maddie. Oh, my little god brother. I really wish that they could have stayed in my life as well. I lost a lot of people, y'all. And sometimes it's not that you lose them because they pass away. It's just you lose them because you move, or you lose them because they move, right? And if you're kids, then that happens when the adults make the decisions. And if you're the adult, then you know, it's a different story, right? Then it's somebody chose, and then it's a whole different ball game, and things kind of feel different. But no matter what, you will have help getting through it, right? There are always 3 sides to every story. Okay? Your side, their side, God's side, which is the what? The truth. And everyone involved knows the truth, even though they're not willing to say it, right? It's always the way it is. Okay, we have at the bottom here, focus on your blessings. Oh, didn't I say give gratitude? Any little thing, okay? Y'all, I gave thanks so hard. Was it 2 weeks now? Has it been 2 weeks? I don't know. It's been between 1 and 2 weeks. My daughter, I don't talk about my kids too much on here. I just don't like sharing my personal stuff. Unless it's like ancient history, you know. But my daughter was involved in a car accident. She's okay. I called. I had to hear her voice. And I could hear her, she's like, I knew this was gonna happen. I could hear it in her tone, right? But I had to know, right? And so that gave me that peace of mind. And nothing else mattered after that. And let me tell you guys, it could have been so bad. And I was just grateful. That she even texted me, that I knew, right? Because both cars were totaled. And my daughter had not a scratch. And the other guy involved, the one that hit her, because he hit her and then he ran over. He was like 2 times over the legal limit. Consumption. Didn't I say in a past video that this world is addicted to consumption in some way, shape, or form, to something? Every last one of us. I said that. I already said that. And look, it's coming again. And when I said it that time, it made me sick to my stomach because I knew how much shit people might talk when they hear that, right? But then I just see it more and more and more in the world. It's just there. The truth is loudest when it's silent. And if you just observe, like we are here to do, we are here to observe, not absorb. Cool saying by Carissa on Flavored Vivid here. Love her. She's so pretty. She's what I imagine a big sister would be like, but she's younger than me. So she'd be, I guess, the wise young sister, which I never had, which would have been cool too, because then I would have been like, see, I'm a cool big sister. I would have been the cool big sister, trust me. Anyways, there could be significant here with family, healing some sort of family wounds, okay? Oh, be grateful for that. Yes, like maybe you now have someone in your family that maybe used to fight all the time, and now you guys can talk. Like, yeah, like maybe even at one point you even like hated each other. I mean, yeah, I'm pretty sure my mom hated me when I was little. I laugh now, but y'all, listen, just if you want to know the truth, ask me. But just be ready that it means that it's gonna be harsh. I've been told I have no tact, so if you need someone tactful to answer you, don't ask me. Anyways, it says, focus on your blessings. Yes, you will be enriched in every way so that you can always be generous. 2 Corinthians 9:11. Interesting, and I had been seeing that for months, the 9:11. So if you lost someone during that, or if you were there and actually experienced that, my heart goes out to you. I mean, I cannot even imagine. I was one of those people crying watching it on TV, and disbelief and shock, you know? Yeah. That shouldn't happen anywhere in the world. Focus on your blessings, okay? Think about it. When you have a lot of food in your house and you've got tons of resources for more food in your house, you don't worry about food, do you? But when you don't, it becomes hard to focus on anything else, right? When you have no money for fun or resources for fun, maybe it's just that you don't have anywhere to go. So somebody here, you could be a world traveler and like nothing's made you happy. Nothing has fulfilled something you're seeking, and it's because you're seeking something bring me a higher love, but it almost feels like it's because what you're seeking is connection to God. And for some reason that might upset you. Maybe you came from a really strict family. Totally get it if you did. Okay, totally get it. But you got to be willing to see both sides of the story and actually walk the walk, and like, you know, and if you're not willing to do it in the mind, in the imagination, in the other realms, right, while connected to receiving truth and being able to accept it, then it's gonna start manifesting here. It's just the way it works. You have free will, but there's also always the truth. So there's something about, you can do whatever you want to do. You're free to do that, right? And it's like, yeah, it's like it's not bad. And I'm getting a lyric now. Equivocarse bonito. Aquí no existen errores porque equivocarse bonito. Like there are no mistakes, because messing up is beautiful, right? Because we learn to walk by falling, not by walking. How many times do we fall as babies and get back up until we can walk? You've been through a lot. At the bottom of the other one that I had, we've got Makita, she who sees. And it says observe, perceive, scrutinize. Okay? Really challenge the things that you believe and the things that you are being led to believe. But also be accepting and open to what you receive back. The more you have, the more you can give. Okay? So you might not have a lot, but you always give. Or that is what you're needing to do. I can't figure out quite which one it is. Whichever one resonates for you. And what does resonate mean? It means it makes you feel something. Okay? It creates a stimulus. Thank you. Whatever grounds you in is going to be different for everybody, but there's something very specific here about knowing good and well when you are grounded. Oh, the stillness in the storm I'm getting. My nose. The stillness in the storm. Okay? Be the stillness in the storm means you are the storm. Do you see how everything's connected? It goes from one thing to the next, 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 which is why things can't always be good, right? But the more open, the more loving, the more gentle you become, right? Whether you're man or woman, I know it can be hard to forgive. I know it can be hard to express how we feel. I know it can be hard to truly be vulnerable, right? Because that wound of knowing will always be there. There's something about it being that, like, you can't learn what you need to learn about this existence until then. Some of you need to learn what your potential is. Behind it, there's she who begins, primavera, which is spring in Spanish. Launch, actualize, and potential. Get ready for takeoff. So, because it's so weird though, because I'm seeing a butterfly flapping their wings, but I'm hearing like, get ready for takeoff, you know? But that's a spaceship. So whatever your spaceship looks like, are you a butterfly? Is that how you traverse other realms, you know? It's your world, create it, right? Like, this is making peace with your thoughts, the devil in your head. Right? And by making peace with the devil in your head, you have to accept what you feel and acknowledge what you know. Despite what it might bring, because there's always something to learn there, whether it's just something helping you reach acceptance, or if it's something to surprise you, something, it's all meant to guide you. Thank you. That's beautiful. And look, there's something here about giving back, okay? Like, I don't get paid for these videos. I literally do this from the bottom of my heart because I want to help people who really are seeking help, honestly, who really are seeking help to have that peace within, to be grounded and accepting, right? And people are always changing. You've got to be able to accept that they're gonna be different, okay? And It doesn't make anyone a bad person just because they're different from you. That's not nice. Let me tell you, if you're a bully, you're about to get bullied by God. It's time for your timeout. Okay? Now, if you are being bullied, this is the baby crying in the crib and just literal moments after they even start crying, there's already someone there to pick them up and let them know they're their little one. Doesn't matter what you're experiencing, you're safe. I've got you. Like physically here, you're safe, right? Again, that mother energy. Y'all, let me tell you, don't let anyone talk trash to you about how you mother if you're a mother here, okay? And if you know a mother, don't listen. She's figuring things out just as much as you are. You see things different, but that's her child. It's her child. Okay? Remember that. I'm going to share this with you because it feels important. My mothering changed as I had each child and became more loving, more gentle, more nurturing, okay? More accepting. And it still to this day continues. Despite their opinions, their changes, their growth, their evolution, right? They're leading their own revolution in their life. And they are connecting within. And that's going to take them on their own journey. I think that's beautiful. Do I worry? Of course. It's one of those things we're meant to experience. But I'm sure that they do too. And maybe that's why we feel it. Because let me tell you, connections are real. And a lot of families have become very disconnected simply because they couldn't be bothered anymore. But again, if you're the bully, you're about to get bullied by God. And if you have been bullied, you're about to get blessed by God. And I don't know what you consider God to be, but it's the only word that I can give you. It is everything. It is in you, of you, around you. And words and stuff that we don't even know that we need to evolve already, okay? We need to evolve because that's it's all it's gonna take. Okay, I knew it. I knew there was more from this one. So these are the last two from this one. Then I'll shuffle the other deck and we'll try to keep it short. I'm sorry. I know these are long. Okay. Baby, listen to me. I know sometimes it hurts when people we love hurt us, when they act in ways that we never imagined possible, right? Because we thought we knew them. But that is okay. That is okay. You're being guided the way you're being guided for a reason, and that's for you to seek. They are being guided the way they are being guided because of what they seek. And God is steering it all. There's your side, there's their side, there's the truth. So know that no matter what happens, eventually at some point, everyone will acknowledge the truth, right? Everyone will just, like, you'll just know it is what it is. It'll become one of those things. God will lead the way. You need to have faith. God will lead the way. They were convinced by the power of miraculous signs and wonders and by the power of God's Spirit. Romans 15:19. So again, they were convinced by the power of miraculous signs. Didn't I say when a miracle happens and you are able to get whatever it is that you need most at that time, no matter how insignificant it may seem to you, you need to give thanks, you need to give gratitude. However you do that, just simply just saying thank you to life, and feeling it in within your vessel, acknowledging, yeah, I don't like the idea, but apparently this is something that I needed here. The material is not something that is naturally and organically a part of our existence. We are something greater than. Okay? Which can lead a lot of people to never feeling whole or complete. Like there's always something more you seek. Okay? But they were convinced by the power of miraculous signs and wonders, and by the power of God's Spirit. Okay? So miraculous signs, don't know what that is? Look it up. Wonders, don't know what wonders are? Look it up. Okay? Ask for examples of what these things would be, right? And then see if you've experienced any of that in your life. And if you have, and you might not have given thanks at the time, but now knowing what you know and what you've experienced since then, go back and give thanks for that, right? Like if I would have known at that time that even though this hurt me so deeply, that I knew that it would mean such beautiful and great things for me down the road now, I would not have fought so hard to keep that. I would have let it go, right? Yeah, there's something about letting go. I was feeling rushed by the time because I burnt a part of that incense early on, right? Oh, I don't want to make a mess. But look, we still got time, right? So, yeah, and so, okay, so there could be something about not worrying about how long something will take, or not worrying about worry, right? Just keep following. Use loving strength and discernment. I'm not trying to win the approval of people. Oh. So keep going. What? No matter what happens around you, no matter what people say, no matter what people do, you have to keep the faith within you. Right? We're all here. If you're here watching this, you believe in God like I do, if this is going to resonate for you. And maybe you believe in God, but you call God the light. Or maybe you call God source, or the creator, or the all, or the knowing. I'm getting whatever it is, right? It is about, how can I don't know the words for this. If you are feeling emotions with this, it's because you're meant to. You're meant to feel what you're feeling. Whatever it is that you feel, whenever you feel it. And sometimes if you're angry, right? Or if you're sad, sometimes you just get angry because it's like, this isn't fair, or this isn't right, or thank you. It's a feeling of, it's not playing victim, but it's actually being a victim of colliding with someone else's journey, right? But it feels like it's in a raw way, right? Like it's in a way where it's like you're completely blindsided, right? By whatever happened. Like you never thought this would happen to you. And it did. It freaking did, right? And now you're feeling everything that you're feeling because of it. And I feel like anger is a big part of that. But there's something to learn about that anger, because anger is always an outward expression of a deeper emotion, right? So there's something what is deeper than anger, right? Well, since anger and hate or whatever are like some of the lowest frequencies, well, what's the only thing that can happen? It bounces back in the other direction. So maybe you're so angry because you were so happy. And something happened to change that. And now, thank you. And now you're having to accept and acknowledge, or acknowledge and accept, whichever comes, the order doesn't matter. It's the gift of knowing. And if you haven't received it yet, you will be receiving the gift of knowing exactly where you stand, exactly where you are, and why you're there, what led to you being there. What led you being to feeling the things that you're feeling. And there's something important about giving thanks every step of the way, no matter how it makes you feel. She who hesitates, mora, ponder, delay, and confidence. Yes, trust what you believe. Trust God. Listen, I know that's so triggering. Like, I haven't even shuffled, but y'all, I'm going on faith. I am going on faith, and I know that what needs to come out will come out. There's something more here. Bottom and top. She who whispers, conscia, like conscience, secrets, confessions, confidant. Okay, so you could be finding out that someone that you trusted is completely betraying you right now, completely stabbing you in the back. And like they were two-faced the whole time. She who rises up, pearl, empower, uplift, elevate. Yeah, I feel like you were always like the phoenix energy in this person's life. Or maybe in everyone's life. Maybe this is just your whole life story. You've always been this energy of uplifting, this uplifting energy for everyone, to meant to help them, right? Learn to trust. But they never trusted you from the beginning, but they couldn't because you didn't really trust yourself. You were doing it, like you were opening up, you were telling people the truth and trusting and confiding in people, and you were hoping that they would do the same, but you weren't doing so in faith. And it's going to be different for everyone, but whatever you feel, I feel like it's going to be something in the, this is root work. Some sort of power struggle. She who remains, manatili, powerful devotion, true worth. Thank you. So someone stayed steady as a, what is it? Steady as a rock? Steady as a something. Basically something that it's like always going to be there. It's always going to be solid. It's always dependable. If you're the bully, you're about to get bullied by God. And if you've been bullied, you are about to be put on your throne. Okay? You are about to be, this to me is diamond energy. And the diamond here on earth, it is the hardest, it's the hardest element, right? Like diamonds, the only thing that'll cut a diamond is another diamond, right? A diamond can cut glass, yeah, can cut other things. So it's like if you are the one who's been bullied, you are going to be elevated to diamond status, okay? You are a priceless gem, basically. Yeah. Oh, it's no wonder. This makes sense. Okay, here's where the big trigger warning comes from. I was like, this reading's too pretty. What's the trigger warning, you know? Well, here it is. Do you see how there's a bloom coming out of her heart? I hope you can see that clearly. I'm sorry, I know I'm a little short. Let me try putting my arm down. Maybe that helps. Oh, now it's a little far away. Maybe you can screenshot it and zoom in, though. There's a bloom there, and you see how it's just the tendrils shooting out, and it's just bursting forth, growing. Okay? Everyone is going to experience the heart opening, the clearing differently. How so? They are going to experience it, yourself included, myself included. We are all going to experience it according to our path. Okay? Only you know what that is. And that's where you get your understanding. Okay? That's where that knowing is coming from. Everyone's going to experience it differently, which means you're going to learn from it differently. Okay? I have to say it because now they're using me as an example again. Some of you are going to be losing the person that you thought would always be there, you thought you would always have. And I know that's not easy. Okay? And I know it changes your entire world. Okay? So maybe this is a gentle preparation for you. I was also called, I'm now being called to it, so I guess it's time to talk about it. But we're all going to experience that heart opening differently, okay? Our trust falls are going to look very different in life. And just accept your own and accept each other's, please. That is so important right now. It's important. So I was drawn to grab the book that I started reading and still haven't, I'm not even this far in the book, okay? Yeah, that's a me issue. So this is gonna spoil something for me, but it feels important for you, so I'm gonna read it, okay? The book is called Shatter Me by, oh gosh, I'm gonna mess this one up. T-A-L-A-N-G-E. H-E-R-E-H is the first name. Tahere? Tahir? I don't know. Tahir? No, it's not Tahiri. That doesn't sound right. Tahere? Tahire? I don't know. Last name Mafi or Mafi? Listen, M-A-F-I. I don't know how to say. I don't. If I knew where it was from, I could pick up partial accent at least, but no clue. The page I opened it up to was 56 and 57, so those numbers could be significant, and now I'm being called to share these with you as well, so they're trying to wrap the message up. Who? Well, why don't you ask, who is this message coming from? Give me signs, pray to your God, and ask and ye shall receive. Open your heart. Be grateful. If you've got a lot of food, donate some of it. If you have, like, okay, so say you're on government assistance, right? And you get an excessive amount of, like, you know, when you have a baby, you get like the WIC and, not everyone, but some can, and it gets you like cheese, butter, milk, I don't even know what else. There's like a list of what it will cover for you, right? And you get that every month. But you don't use it, right? Donate it. Ask your neighbors, right? And if you have a neighbor that, or a friend, even somebody you just, maybe even a coworker, somebody you just know, maybe has a lot of kids, you know, let them know, hey, listen, I've got like a buttload of this, that, or the other. Do you want some? Just ask and give, okay? Donate it to a food bank. There's something here about giving back, right? And maybe you have nothing to give. Maybe you're strapped yourself, right? Maybe you can't donate, maybe you can't donate money or product, right? But you can donate time, right? You can go work at a volunteer at like an animal shelter or a soup kitchen or an elderly home. I don't know if they still do that, as like where you can go and like be someone who just like hangs out with the elderly in nursing homes who their families never go visit them, which is so pathetic and sad and unfair and needs to be corrected. But I get it. I get it. Sometimes we're called to, I get it. Trust me, I get it. I don't want anyone getting mad, so we're just going to keep it at the core of the message. Okay. Numbers. I rolled the dice to use the decks that I have before me here today. And the first one I got a 1 and a 4, so deck number 5. And then the second time I got 5 and 3, so deck number 8. Any of those numbers or combinations of them could have some sort of significance to you. What was the, 56 and 57, because that's the pages that I opened this up to. I just kind of felt my way through it where it felt like, that's a good spot, you know? Okay, so for some of you, you're being called to do this with the Bible, to like feel, and when it feels right, when you feel, whatever it is that you feel doing that, right? Like I feel like you're going to know. You're going to be like, whoa, right here, this is the spot, you know? And then open it there and read whatever's on the pages that you open to. There will be something there, okay? Don't they call that biblioteca? Basically, it's like book magic. Listen, praying alone is magic, okay? When you sing in church, those are chants. It's part of a ritual. When you're praying out loud, that's casting a spell. They've just demonized whatever parts they felt like demonizing for control. Follow your heart, follow your soul. All right. So the section that I open it up to says, you don't have a choice. He won't look at me. I always have a choice. He runs a hand through his hair and swallows the nothing in his throat. Follow me. We're in a dank space, an empty acre filled with dead leaves and dying trees, taking small sips from melted snow in the soil. The landscape has been ravaged by war and neglect, and it's still the most beautiful thing I've seen in so long. The stomping soldiers stop to watch as Adam opens a car door for me. It's not a car, it's a tank. I stare at the massive metal body and attempt to climb my way up the side when Adam is suddenly behind me. He hoists me up by the waist and I gasp as he settles me into the seat. So, in this situation, okay, and again, this is something unexpected happening to you that's going to take you, it's going to catch you off guard. Now, whether you are the bully or the bullied is what is going to determine how it plays out for you. Okay? Use loving strength and discernment. I'm not trying to win the approval of people, but of God. Okay? If pleasing people were my goal, I would not be Christ's servant. Galatians 1:10. You could feel that one of your spirit animals or an animal that you feel like, oh, if I were ever to be as an animal, I would be this bird or that bird. There's something about that. Maybe look up what that bird signifies spiritually. Again, symbolism. So if you've noticed, man, I've been seeing a lot of this or a lot of that, or I've been hearing this song everywhere I go, really look into that. Those are the signs, okay? And look for the symbolism within the signs. Have faith, trust that you're being guided on the path that you need to be guided on. And this heart opening is going to be huge, okay? And I just want you to know, yeah, we've been out of time, but I guess they let me go because with the getting caught up. So this is the last thing I'm going to say, okay? It doesn't matter what happens. You are going to receive exactly what you need to move through this opening, okay? This new knowing. So whatever it is that you learn new, just remember to give gratitude. For somebody here, it feels very important for you to give back, okay? I'm not saying you're selfish, but again, it depends if you're the bully or being bullied. You could be being selfish with affection. You could be being selfish with money. You could be being selfish with time, whatever it is. There's different ways to be the bully, right? It is very hard to, you can't ever just go around not being the bully. It doesn't work that way, right? Again, I'm being drawn to Mary and Jesus. They were bullied quite a bit, both of them, right? Because of their journeys, the way that they went. But they both walked that path in faith. Okay? And it's not for us to judge what they needed to learn or why they went through what they went through. That's between them and the one who created them, right? All right, I hope you got something from that, guys. This was interesting. This was different for me. But, break free. The book's called Shatter Me, but maybe you just need to shatter yourself. Shatter your way of thinking. Think outside. Break yourself out of the glass box that you're in, okay? And I say glass box because this feels like, for those of you that it applies, again, if you're the bully or the bullied, it feels like for some of you, there is a glass box that you have built around yourself, which is what's holding you back. And have you ever seen what happens with birds and other, other critters other than humans? Even humans, hell, y'all have seen the videos. when the glass is so clean you can't even tell it's there, right? So, okay, now I'm seeing the glass being dirtied. So, like I said, you're either being bullied or blessed at this time, and it just depends what your path has been. I'm kind of like standing in the middle of that right now with what I'm receiving, and it's just weird because I'm feeling what everyone's feeling, experiencing it, and it's, for some people it's going to be a lot. And just know that, you know, everything happens for a reason, okay? And you might not always get to know what that reason is, but that's why it's called faith. I will see you in the next video. Bye, guys.